Good morning, everybody. Orange J here with another War of the Visions video, and it is Wednesday afternoon, but we are not polling today because I already have Mary Moore and there's nothing new to poll. That's not it though. We do have Victora getting her master ability too, and I wanted to do a little showcase video with her, and I wanted to start off by showing the difference that her master ability 2 is going to make. So I'm going to show you right here. I'm going to prove it to you. Right now, I have not gotten her master ability 2. We're still on master ability 1, pierce attack 10, activation time 20, but I've set her up right here in a little arena team. I call this the Piercing Girls Arena team, and Laswell is a part of that team, you might have noticed. Anyway, I'm going to have this team with a couple victims go into a map right here. I'm just in like the very first map we ever played in the game. I'm going to have Victora hit Titus and hit Jaden once, and then record those numbers, right? We're going to see how much damage she does. Then I'm going to go get her master ability 2, hit those units again, and just see how much her damage goes up. Now, I know that it's not going to be like a perfect experiment, right? The numbers will change, obviously, based on who she's hitting, the amount of pierce resistance they have, blah, 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 right? But let's go ahead. I'm going to have her jump. Let's just use one of her moves she uses all the time. Let's use Dragon Dive. Let's use Shattering Dive. That's her big money move, right? Not single target. We're not going to use that. Let's use an AoE move. Let's use Dragon Dive. So here's Dragon Dive. It is going to do 58.69 to Titus and 87.96 to Jaden. So let's go ahead. Let's have her jump. Those are your first numbers. We'll have them just sit here past their turns. RNA could come up here and poke a wolf once. No big deal. We almost crashed. Then it would have been a big deal. Here's the jump. Boom, there's your damage numbers. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go unlock, I'm going to hit auto, let them kill the mobs. I'm going to go unlock Victora's master ability 2, go back with this exact same team, and see how much those damage numbers change. Alright, there we go. Victora master ability 2 acquired. Now, I want to point out here, she's getting more damage from the ice attack up, the defense piercing rate plus 40. Like, those are how she's getting more damage. However, in my opinion, the biggest part of this master ability is the barrier that negates one bit of damage. A definite drawback to Victora before right now was if she got one shot by the enemy. You know, your damage dealers don't do any damage if they're removed from the fight on the first big AoE from a Joker or something like that. So that is a big deal. Now, let's return to our map. The ultimate map in the game, the map I've played more than any other time. That is Part 1, Chapter 1, Scene 1, Twin Princes. The very first map you ever play in War of the Visions. Now, here's the units I'm going to hit. I'm hitting the same Jaden. I'm hitting the same Titus. Titus, for example, just to give you guys a taste, this Titus has 41 defense, so he's kind of bruiser defense level, and I did set him up with 0 pierce resistance. So that's kind of the test we're getting right here. We'll really see what that defense pin, how much of a difference that makes. It gets a very low defense, or a medium defense target in Titus. I could have also tested this against a tank. I could have also tested it against a mage, a healer. There's a lot of different types of units I could have tested this against. I do understand that, but I did not want to take the time to test it against like every unit. So here's just the small sample size, just a little taster to open up the video. Okay, my two victims will go stand next to each other. We will have Laswell go slap a wolf. So go slap that wolf, Laswell. We will have Victora scoot back here and set up her Dragon Dive. Now, last time, we will target Titus first. Titus previously was taking 5,869 damage. He is now taking 7,745. That is a huge boost in the amount of damage that Titus is taking right there. That is almost 2,000 more damage from the buff. Jaden is now taking 10,044 damage, up from 8,769. So a big, I'm writing these numbers down, that's a big jump. So the damage increase is very real from that. Somebody's asking if that's max damage. I don't think it is. She has on Victora's TMR, she has plus 1,000 damage. So no, it's not max. And she did more with that crit, so it definitely was not max damage. So there we go. That is a lot more damage That's a lot more damage. That is nice. And she has that shield. So I am excited. I'm going to take her into arena next. And we're going to do some fights with my like triple piercing girls team here. And see what, let's just see what she can do against some real arena teams. All right, we are back. Here's the piercing girls squad. I'm going to go ahead and just jump into some fights. We could look to fight some like wind missile teams. This is a wind missile / magic team. Let's throw ourselves at it. Here's the deal with this. I just kind of want to see what Victora can do given an opportunity to fight on a team with 3 other ice units in a PvP setting. We have elemental advantage in this fight. I will purposefully not find an elemental advantage fight next, but I just want to watch Victora do her thing. We are also running with a Laswell and an Aranea. I believe I have Laswell set into his piercing damage sub job. I sure hope so, because all my vision cards and like setup is for piercing, but it is what it is. Now, if this team comp is working correctly, we should get Victora down the right side by herself with bells on. She's actually going to the middle because of hate right there. But a nice thing about Victora is she does have that really high jump. I believe she has base jump of 4. So a map like this, she's a very effective unit. She does not have to worry about those rocks, about this cliff. She can move to wherever she wants to move and go do her thing. So it will help us in these, in these situations. She moves close enough to Laswell that he's able to hit her with that AoE agility buff. She's able to move into range. She goes Frost Reaver onto the Joom. Joom's a tanky girl. That only did 2,900 damage, so we might need some support from the rest of the piercing ladies here. We will have to see. Okay, here's Joom. It's her turn. She steps forward. She's going to get blocked by Victora's new master ability too, and now she's going to take a little bit of damage to Soul Seduction. That puts Victora to sleep. So the hero of our show is put to sleep. Laswell goes with a slashing base attack. Victora's taking a nap. Here comes Halloween Little Leela. She might look to do a heal right here. I don't know. But RNA is going to look to kill Joom. Leela is going to heal first. So here comes Curata. Joom back up 3,800. RNA though jumps on her for 12,000 damage. That is max damage. She goes down. Victora's still taking a nap. So not exactly the greatest showcase for Victora in her first video because she's sleeping through it. But Laswell's shield blocks the next hit from Marymore. That's cool. And this is a nice little combo. I think ideally, once we get a unit like Snow into the game, once we get Agrius's EX job, I think 2 really cool partner options for one of our new ice tanks is a Laswell Victora combo, because both of them, you could stack AoE resist onto them. That combined with their shield will make them pretty reliable damage options for you in that kind of team. Now, right now, you could run them with like a Fryevia or in a cost limited situation, which is another Victora specialty because she's only a 70 cost unit. You could pair them with an MR tank like Nasha or something like that. Now, I want to make a quick adjustment right here. I believe I had Laswell's, wrong sub job on. Let's throw him into Dragoon for the true piercing, piercing girl trio right here. And I say that because there was a beautiful piece of art from that War Visions art contest with, we'll call it crossplay Laswell. Let's say he was heavier in the chest than he used to be, and ready for summer. All right. Now, Aranea, I believe my movement was fine. I'm not too worried about that. Let's go ahead and swing again. I will try to not fight a wind team this time. Let's fight a dark team. Let's just see what happens. It's a dark girls team. It's 2 dark mages and a Halloween Little Leela. I don't know. I feel like this probably comes down to movement. I have no idea how good my team is, to be honest. I think this team we're fighting is scary because Dark Fina plus Black Rose Helena is like super scary. And then, Dark Leela. You don't go to Walmart to buy Dark Leela. She's the name brand version of herself. Okay, here we go. They're going to start their buff and get their reaction rate buff up there from Leela. Laswell's going to put his shield up. A definite advantage that Victora has over Laswell, her shield starts awake. So she can use bells turn 1, and if she's ready to go on turn 2, she's ready to go. Now this time she is going to go off by herself, and something I've always liked about Victora is she is a unit that you can rely on to do these little solo missions. I used to run her with a re-raise TMR, let her go into like 1v1 situations, and she'd typically win that duel for me. Now she can do things like this. She goes into a 2v1, one-shots the Dark Fina right there. I'm not sure how much HP that Fina had, but it was, you know, not enough to live through that Victora damage. RNA is going to do her thing. Here we go. What kind of damage we got? 7,600. We're doing work. We're doing work. Now watch this. This Leela thinks she can kill Victora. Victora just blocks it. She says, no, not today, Target brand little Leela. Put you back on the shelf with the baby clothes, with the formula, with the stuff that's on my brain being, you know, somebody with a dad. Uh-oh, courage. She had courage. She healed. Now what can you do? Does she one-shot us? We do have a lot of armor right here. Yeah, 5,400 damage. That's great. And the counter attack healed us for 5,600 on the counter. That's nice. That's a win. Let's do one more. Let's do one more. This is just fun. And I know, like, obviously a better test would be Guild Wars testing, right? If I could throw this, you know, throw a Victora into a Guild Wars test squad, I think that would be a better true test of her power as compared to what we're doing here. Here's a water team. Okay, this is a strong team. We'll fight this. But, you know, Guild Wars testing is only open while I'm asleep, so we just won't do that. Okay, what does an ideal... You guys, wait, hold on. Pause everything. Before I was doing the video, well, pause everything because the video crashed. But while I'm loading back in, before I was recording this video, I had a king-size bag of peanut M&Ms that I was eating. A king-size bag with an adult apple juice. At some point, I ate all those M&Ms, and I was out of M&Ms, and I was kind of sad about that. But sitting on my desk was one more peanut M&M. Delicious. Pause everything. We had a peanut M&M left. Let's go back into this fight and do it again. Alright. One more fight. One more fight. I'm sorry. This is not as entertaining as a normal Thursday morning poll video. Everybody likes the Thursday morning poll video. But, you know, the piercing girls are fun too. The piercing girls are fun too. Now, I will show off. Sandrusser asked, is adult apple juice a euphemism for something? It sure is. Yes, is the answer. Definitely. Yeah. It's not actually apple juice, but it is for people over 21 only. I don't know what that means. You put that together. So, back to Victora. I don't remember what I was saying, but what I meant to say is she's really good now. Wow. I completely lost myself. Okay. This time, though, we are going up against a really strong team. Any water team that is Astria Celis is something to be scared of. Another advantage that Victora has going for is piercing is one of those damage types, like striking, that is often not built against. When you're running a team that relies really heavily on like slashing or magic damage, or these days, missile damage kind of falls into this category as well, you have a chance that you just get tanked, right? Like right there, we survived that magic burst like it was nothing, and we're jumping on them. Okay, I'm excited to see this damage. But piercing is oftentimes not built heavily against, so you can put out some decent damage. Now, the enemy team right here is super tanky, and we're going to end up eating the Astrius limit break. Unfortunately, the Celis already broke our Mirage, so we will take full damage from that Astrius move. It did hurt, but it did not hurt too bad. Victora did hang in there. She has more HP now because of that master ability too, giving her and her whole ice group an HP buff. But I feel like we might go down to this Celis's magic burst. We do go down. The chain was too much, but the jump from Laswell does kill Astrius. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. I'm going to say Victora did our job. We have a tank and a support that we're still against. RNA and Laswell coming to win the fight. There's Armor Piercer, the vision card move. That kills Ares, or Aerith. She'll come back to life once. I definitely called her Ares when I was a kid. Laswell finishes off the Celis. You can see the potential damage of either of those two units when paired with Victora later. There's Aerith dying to maximum damage attack from Laswell. We're on a nice little winning streak. Victora, not a bonus unit this week, though. So that's unfortunate, but still a fun video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And I will see you all next time. Peace.